you were asking me why this guy is trying to get this claim, right? Why it's so
Mhm.
important to him? And maybe he's just an attention whore, man. He's
Dale. So what's next? We haven't talked about Bitcoin yet. What's going on?
so, man, you have this guy. Have you heard this guy? His name is Craig Wright. He claims to be the creator of Bitcoin, which is Satoshi Nakamoto. What do you think? What's your take on that whole
Ain't no way,
fiasco?
man. Ain't no way. That fool is not Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto is a conglomerate of like five different companies. That's why it's Nakamoto. It's like Nokia, Motorola, isn't it? Right? Isn't that?
There's a lot of different things, right? So, uh, sure, but I'll tell you mine. I think that this is not only mine. This is multiple people. There's another guy that his name was Hal Finney, and
Mm,
he basically is a computer scientist, and he was one of the first persons that actually he got the first transaction of Bitcoin, and a
mhm.
lot of the things matches. It was a very tragic how it finished because he got ALS. So, but I think that the way that he thought about it, the way that he kind of was in on internet, it gives me a vibes that this is the guy, that
Mhm.
this is truly the guy, and also remember the guy died, and there is no transactions from literally Satoshi disappear, right? So I don't know. I feel that maybe it's one of those that that be there could be. He will be more on my top list compared to Craig. Craig is a fool.
Yeah, Craig does seem like a fool. But for those that aren't familiar with Satoshi or the legend of Satoshi, right? Satoshi Nakamoto is supposed to be like the uh, inventor or creator of Bitcoin. He's the person that wrote the white paper that explains how it all works, and he
Manifesto, bro.
the
Manifesto.
manifesto, and he disappeared, right?
Mm.
Satoshi, and I say he, she, it, they disappeared. So some people say it's like a NSA psyop type thing, like it's really the government behind it. But I think that's a little far fetched. I think you know it is really just this brilliant systems engineering, like software development genius, just put everything together. Because if you're familiar with cryptography, and I really wasn't before Bitcoin, but uh, all the this solution of Bitcoin, of technically how it was built, is really lots of different technologies that have been worked on over the last, the previous 25, 40 years of work, that lots of different crypto punks, lots of different mathematicians, scientists have been working on to solve specific types of problems. And Satoshi Nakamoto, we believe, kind of helped solve kind of one of the last ones, which is, I think it's the double spend, what they call the double spend problem, and then wrapped everything together into one system. Really works really well. So that's the really cool part about the Bitcoin technology. It wasn't like this one thing, or it's not just like this one technology, but it's like a grouping of lots of different technologies that were woven together to make this beautiful piece of life changing, nation changing, society changing technology. And that's what
Philosophy
Bitcoin
changing,
is:
right? Like,
philosophy changing.
and you know what is the interesting thing for those that they are not coders? The core of the code is like almost like 1,500 lines of code, which is very tiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's like literally very very tiny piece of code. So, but it completely changed. It's one of those things that once the technology comes out, you cannot get it back, right? Like you already see it, you already know how it is, and then you start seeing all of the copies of it. So, yeah, very interesting. It kind of upsets me a little bit because this guy is just trying to like. You were asking me why this guy is trying to get this claim, right? Why it's so
Mm-hmm.
important to him? And maybe he's just an attention whore, man. He's like I really don't know why, because it's not like he's gonna get money. It's like it's just literally a label. It's just literally okay, yeah, you're just Satoshi. But I don't think that the community wants him to even have that. It's just interesting how humans we use it like, no, we don't want even to for this guy to be called Satoshi, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think a lot of people see him as like, oh hell no, they ain't Satoshi. I don't think so, buddy. And they'll write him off. But you know what? A lot of people say it's really easy. If you're really Satoshi, then you can move the Bitcoin because there's several million Bitcoin that are locked away. That if he was Satoshi, he should be able to move it. Yeah, or add, send a Bitcoin out of there or something, and he can't do it or he hasn't done it. So pretty
That's
easy.
literally it's like it's the proof that you have that you are the owner of the house. Well, you have the keys. That's kind of the
Yep.
first obvious thing, right? Show me the keys. Show me that you can get in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and that's is very obvious in crypto. And you have here the saying like not your keys, not your coins, right? So
Yeah.
so basically that's the case here, right? Well, if he cannot make a little transaction, he doesn't have to do move all of it. It's just move one Satoshi. By the way, for those that don't know, the a Bitcoin can be divided because a lot of people they think that it's just one Bitcoin and that's it. No, Bitcoin can be divided in Satoshis, and it's point zero, almost 7 zeros, right? Point zero 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 zero
I think it's
one.
10,000 10,000 or 100 million.
There's a lot of zeros there,
It's a,
but you
it's a
can
lot of, it's a lot of zeros.
they can divide into one Satoshi, and that's basically kind of the minimum fraction. And he can move one Satoshi into another wallet. But yeah, that's something going around on the news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so pretty interesting. I think this battle is going to go on forever because there's not a really good way to prove it. No one's no one's going to fight him because it takes money to do that. So it's like whatever, you waste your own money. Nothing's going to come out of it. Here's the thing. I guess it's a big honeypot. If for some reason the courts say, okay, yeah, you're Satoshi, that's your Bitcoin, and he just said, oh, I just lost my keys, but at some point maybe it gets unlocked, then he lays claim to it. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. That's the only like long game that I can see for him.
I mean,
It's
the
like,
long game could be that anybody that is using Satoshi, he can come and sue, right? Like, oh, that's my
uh,
name. So maybe maybe or maybe he can claim also even Bitcoin itself, like the brand.
mhm.
So maybe that's what I would think that he can try to get like the Bitcoin Foundation or the Bitcoin name, all of that, because he can say, well, if I'm Satoshi, guess what? I created that, right? So, but I
Yeah.
mean, and the guy is a billionaire already, right? I think that um, he because with the amount of Bitcoin that he also has, because he was very early
Mm.
in the whole thing.
Well, it could be. Well, that's one billionaire. I don't really want to talk about too much more, but I think that's all we had for today. So we really appreciate the time, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed the conversations that we had. Just remember to like, subscribe, comment. We enjoy the comments and getting back with you and getting ideas for what to talk about next. Anything else, Mando?
No, I really like your T-shirt, man. Coke is one of my favorite brands. If you notice, if you're on YouTube, I have it there. I uh, I love Coke. So
We need to get a sponsorship from Coca Cola. Let's
yes,
figure out how
I
to do that.
in one of my companies, actually, I did have a sponsorship with Coke. So yeah,
Pretty cool. Yeah, we could do that. Let's figure it out.
all right,
All right. Well,
dale,
anyways, y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all next time. Dale.
peace.